economic problems, social problems, mental problems, problems of war, sex trafficking, pollution, food issues. What will be our next energy source in the next 50 years? Seem like gas will be very limited and very limited supply. Alternate sources of energy is being looked at. Nuclear missiles. There's so much issues. So much. People look to leaders to help. We vote them in. Sometimes we agree with them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we agree with some of what they do, disagree with what other things that they do. You can't please everybody. You can't, because somebody wants something and something wants, but that one thing may hinder something else or go against that person's agenda. You can't. But there should always be a need to go to do things, to go and do things that will help the people. You know, all the people will agree, oh no, that's not gonna help anybody, whatever. But there should still be a desire to, and a trying to. People need leadership, whether for state, local level, state level, federal level, leadership in your homes, business. And I would even frankly say, the better a person is a leader in their home, the better they'll be a leader elsewhere. How can you lead a few people in your home and you expect to lead larger groups of people? Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. There's people that say, well, take God out of politics. God and religion and politics cannot blend. There's nothing in common there. Don't mention politics in church. Don't do that. No, politics affects us. Affects every single person, whether you believe in God or not. Whether you believe in God or not, you got a mortgage to pay, rent, or you're gonna lose that. You're gonna get foreclosed on, evicted. Whether you believe in God or not, there's food prices that affects you. You ain't trying to spend $20,000 on a dozen eggs, bread. You have utilities, electric bill. You trying to stay warm in the winter, cool in the summer. And we also know, obviously, that there's people out here who are suffering in different ways. Immigration issues, injustice. Oh my gosh, there's people killing each other with deadly weapons, and people say ban guns or just ban the assault rifles. Ban these guns. Help the people who are suffering. The whole people who are homeless. How do we help them? And there's different things that people do. Sometimes we would think people don't help as much as they should or as they could. Yeah, that happens. But one thing I love about God and His Word, it talks about justice. It talks about the need to help people. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1 to 3. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So that reminds you of doctors and medicine. They prescribe you a certain medication for an ailment because they perceive, based on their knowledge and expertise, that this medicine will help to alleviate that ailment. Obviously, there are different ailments in the fabric of society that's not of a physical nature, but it's of an emotional nature, spiritual nature. Obviously, frankly, and also it can affect you physically as well. I mean, if you don't have certain guidelines for particular, if you don't have particular proper law enforcement, you know, if crime is not, if violent crime is not staved off somehow, more people are gonna get physically hurt. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. You know, there's people who, presidents, mayors, governors, they're writing law, they're writing decrees down, they're trying to write things put out there that will affect the people. And God said His word through Isaiah, woe unto them when you are putting laws out there that's not helping. It's not. To turn aside the needy from judgment, people who are needing, who need justice, God wants them to be looked after, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. God wants the poor of the people looked after, helped in some way, not ignored like a lot of people do. Ignore the poor people like they don't exist, like they don't matter. That widows may be their prey, and that they may rob their fathers. Especially back in ancient biblical days, especially when a woman lost the man, her husband. You know, often the women back in those days were not economically well off, and then dad's not there, so they're not economically vulnerable. You know, and then if the man house is not there and someone that comes in, I mean, it's expected for a man to rise up and protect his family. So the Bible's talking about economic defenses to be set up, physical defenses to be set up. What will you do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from afar? To whom will you flee for help? Where will you leave your glory? So if you don't put the work in, put the right laws and the right statutes, do the right things, disaster will come. Evil will come. Problems are going to continue if we don't put the right things in place to protect the people in different ways. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it takes extreme measures. Sometimes it takes drastic measures, things that people are not willing to do to make changes. You know, I mean, some of you may not agree with me. Maybe you will, you won't. You know, think about right now. In America, Trump in his office, they're taking off spending from certain areas. They're trying to cut back on spending for the, you know, some of you have it like that, some of you don't. And I'm like, what about all the money that's going to the billions that's going to sex movies, foolish movies, billions of that of liquor. Is it making people healthier? Cigarettes, is it making people healthier? Come on. Advertisements and billboards for these things. Billions are going to these things. What about people making money? Yeah, at the expense of our health, our mental health. Oh, entertainment. We need entertainment. We need pleasure. We need yeah, at the expense of our health, though. Our mental health. Healthy relationship stability. Cut funding from the thing that's not really benefiting the people. Not as benefit something. We need things that will benefit the mind, not just please the flesh. But that's my opinion. All right, y'all. God bless you. Be at peace. I love you. God bless you.